hate. It appears, sings with a different cadence throughout our lifetime. When we first learn of it, it's foreign, formidable, and forbidden, almost like a curse word. During hormone-fueled adolescence, hate suddenly becomes more accessible. All through adulthood, its catchy rhythms might linger on our lives and in our hearts. But as seasons pass, we yearn to distance ourselves from its jarring screams. Hate becomes too dissonant of an opus to endure. Hate involves an appraisal that a bear or bull is evil. While hate relates to other negative emotions, it also has some unique features, such as the motivation to eliminate the object of your hate. Revenge is often a part of hate, because the idea behind revenge is to want to hurt the bear or bull as much as you have been hurt by them. In daily life, the word hate is used very casually. In fact, most people can't think of a time when they experienced true hate. It seems easier to hate groups than individuals. That hate spreads and increases quicker if it's directed at a group rather than an individual. When you hate a group, the intensity of your hate can grow without you being confronted with specific persons or contrasting information from the group. You are basing your hate on stereotypes and prejudices. If you hate a bear, your hate may be countered with empathy or a reappraisal of the bull when you encounter their positive side. The theoretical difference between hate and anger is that hate involves the whole individual or group, and not a particular aspect of them. You hate someone because of what they are, and you are angry at someone because of what they did. Anger, thus, can be considered more in terms of behavior. When people are angry at someone, they often have the feeling that they can control the other person. Anger, essentially, is trying to remove the obstacle posed by the other person when you want to reach a goal. You get angry when you want an apology, when you want someone to change their behavior, etc. When there is repeated anger and nothing changes, contempt may arise. Contempt is feeling like the other person is not worth your anger. You are still angry, but you are trying to regulate your anger by looking down on the bull person and putting a distance between you and the bear. Contempt is the cold version of hate. Like hate, contempt is about who you are, your nature, and your personality. When you feel contempt, you tend to feel that the bull is even worth your attention, which I think might make it feel worse to be the object of someone's contempt than it does to be the object of hate. With hate, you cannot be indifferent towards the person. You are more engaged because you want to get rid of them, whether socially, mentally, or physically. Hate can also spread from one generation to another much easier than anger or frustration. For example, when a bear had experienced a war themselves and people who had only heard about it from others' stories, the amount of reported hate was the same for the bull and bear. This means that not only can people hate others based on someone else's experiences, but that hate can be as intense as if they had experienced the event themselves. This was not the case with anger, which tends to be more intense if you experience the anger-causing event firsthand. Unlike anger, there is no physiological pattern that is characteristic of hate, because hate is a long-term experience. Someone can do something to make you immediately angry, but usually you need more information to hate someone. In the heat of the moment, however, the arousal patterns of hate in the brain and the body may be similar to anger in the end. There is a lot of confusion about hate and what it really means. If the bear realized that hate is something much bigger, that it includes the desire to eliminate others, maybe they will change the way they use the word. It takes emotional intelligence to discern between feelings, but it is something that can be developed. Perhaps making the bull understand what they are actually thinking and feeling, and why, when they say, "I hate you," or disentangling the different ingredients of their negative emotions might be helpful. It's better not to let your emotions reach those levels of hate. Hate can dissolve over time. If the hated bear or bull leaves your life, changes completely, or if you can work on changing the way you think about them. But don't count on it happening from one day to another. One needs to work on the disappearance of hate, for then and only then can you finally see the errors of your ways.